Almost 6 months since a devastating earthquake ravaged northern Pakistan, children are beginning to feel some normalcy in their shattered lives. Schools are reopening, children are receiving regular immunizations, and clean water is flowing into crumbled communities. Still, there is much work to do, and aid agencies such as UNICEF pledge to stay in the ravaged zone for as long as necessary. With almost 200 personnel working exclusively on the earthquake reconstruction and rehabilitation, it's a job the agency takes seriously. Because the earthquake struck on a school day, it quickly became known as the children's catastrophe. 10,000 schools were destroyed and thousands of pupils and teachers were killed or injured. There is not much left of many villages. More than 3 million people were left homeless. About 75,000 people were killed and 125,000 were injured, including many children. About 1 million people live in high-altitude villages that are very difficult to access. Bociurkiw in Pakistani-controlled Kashmir is typical of the many villages leveled by the earthquake. Since the October earthquake devastated the region, people have been managing with very little. Golhab is a grandfather to 15 children. He once had 4 houses for his extended family. Now he has nothing.
Things have been very difficult. Some of our children were injured and some died. Then right after the earthquake it rained. We did not know how to manage our lives anymore without a home.
One of the things Golhab and his family need most is care. UNICEF, along with local implementing partner, the National Rural Support Programme, is sending female healthcare teams into Bociurkiw. These women have been sent to Islamabad for special training in health issues. Now they can offer help to Golhab and his family.
We go to people's home and we tell them about health and hygiene so they can keep clean and prevent illness. For example, they don't have proper toilets, so we have to advise how to build them. If their children are sick, then we give first aid on the spot and refer them to hospital if necessary.
UNICEF was among the first agencies to respond to the earthquake, moving supplies such as tents, blankets and high-energy biscuits, even to some of the most isolated communities. Crucial supplies such as school in a box and blankets were already pre-positioned in nearby warehouses when the disaster struck, allowing UNICEF to get trucks moving within hours. UNICEF has been in Pakistan for decades, with a substantial field presence and with a strong network of partner NGOs. In one of many daring delivery missions, the Children's Agency rented a fleet of boats to bring life-saving supplies to isolated communities along the Indus River. Days of negotiations with tribal leaders preceded the deliveries. UNICEF officials say quick action helped prevent a second wave of deaths from cold weather, heavy snows and diseases. A rapid immunization program was quickly undertaken, backed by work in restoring water and sanitation and nutrition.
The most obvious improvement are the availability of sanitation facilities, of safe water for people, blankets, quilts, clothing, even the tents, and so important, 80% of the young girls in camps for the first time are now in school. And that opens up to them a whole new perspective in life.
UNICEF will be in the earthquake-affected areas for as long as necessary. Several new hub offices have been established in and around Ground Zero. It is hoped that in the longer term, the work done now will help boost services for children. More girls will go to schools and health services will be more easily accessible. These girls living in isolated villages along the Indus River have never seen the inside of a classroom and do not know how to read. They say their dream is to go to school. In short, UNICEF wants to build back better, using the momentum and goodwill of donors and the private sector. Regions which have never had primary schools before will soon see young children learning in a child-friendly environment. For UNICEF, this is Christopher Gunness reporting for Every Child, Advance Humanity.